Shalom, Yahweh Shem Thug told the brothers, Yahweh Shemar, Thug Bashem Shah, priest and officer with our woman bar coming to you once again. It's I.S.U.K law class, I.S.U.K law class. So-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. If you got questions or comments, go ahead and type them in. See the I.S.U.P.K, saying I'm on Facebook, checking in though, so it's water for you. Just to start, a few items. Use the Google Maps to like and share I.S.U.P.K Upstate, right? To share that information, so that other brothers and sisters can see it. It helps with the algorithms. Same thing like liking and sharing the Facebook and YouTube. We have the New York cookout coming up. That's going to be August 26th through the 28th. August 26th through the 28th. All right. So multiple events. They released the information in regards to hotels. I don't even know if there's going to be room left though, but I mean it's filling up pretty quickly. There's going to be a boat ride, of course, though. Multiple different events. We'll have camp down at Times Square. So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, I'm saying, you want to have a good time. You want to be able to go to a place, where you don't have to worry about being shot up and, stabbed, drug, poison, whatever else I'm saying. Make sure y'all make it to the cookout. Those of you who made it to the Midwest cookout, I'm saying, y'all enjoyed yourself, you had a good time, of course, though. I come over to the East Coast, I'm saying, and, see what that brotherhood is like as well. All right, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Make sure y'all make arrangements for the not the Midwest, but the Harlem cookout, the New York City cookout is going to be August 26th through the 28th. We'll definitely try to go ahead and drop that information into the chat as well. All right. So if you got any questions, you got any comments, I'm saying, go ahead and type them in. In the meantime, you just get into these presets, get into this Bible, man. So I don't know about, I'm saying, you brothers and sisters though, but I know here in the I.S.U.P.K, I'm saying we care about the well-being of our brothers. We care about the well-being of our sisters. You know what I'm saying? And we want to make sure that we are better off. We don't want to leave them, I'm saying, in a place or a position in which that we have to suffer. We shouldn't have to suffer at all. We shouldn't have to suffer at all. But nonetheless, we do. And that's because, unfortunately, instead of, adhering to this Bible or adhering to the scriptures, we go around following after the other nations. We trust and believe what they have to say. You saw the new, you saw the deal that they were trying to make with Brittany Griner and they they put the offer for an arms deal. We can do an arms dealer, a known arms dealer, Griner and the other cat. This came out a few hours ago. They out here, like what you know what I'm saying, like we're going to put an arms dealer. We're going to release an arms dealer. Brittany Griner. They said Biden has to make the tough decisions. The tough decisions. An arms deal for Brittany Griner. And then the other cat that was accused of espionage. Ain't that something, right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. Verse 7. This is the scripture. It says, give unto the good and help not the sinner. Give unto the good and help not the sinner. Like, what is that precept? What does that precept cause us to think about? Especially just thinking about the example I was using. I was talking about Brittany Griner, right? We're talking about Brittany Griner, who, man, what is she? She is trying to do the transgender thing, basically, right? Is she getting what trying to make her breasts, blossom less, so she doesn't have that woman aspect. She actually had a surgery. But she got to do it multiple times, right? Or is it just the one time?
I don't know. I think it was just once.
That's crazy. Like, how the sad part is there are women that are out here suffering.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From breast cancer.
Black women are number one.
And she goes out here and she willingly cuts her breast out. You have women that goes out here and say, I feel less of a woman of a woman because I had to cut my breast. And here's someone who is just volunteering, who cuts themselves up. Right? Now, in some parts, like the scripture does tell us to give reverence, to the physicians. It tells us to give reverence for the physicians. But there is a point in which that it makes no sense. Like this here, Brittany Griner going to cut into her flesh. Like that makes her no different, than the Hamites who are, cut into their flesh. Who are doing all those type of sacrifices and everything else, though. Ritualistic. According to the scriptures, what? How should she be perceived? How should she be looked at? Hey, Shalom, sis. Arizona in the house. Shalom, your house tomorrow. Thought about your shot. You have, you have sisters who what's the sister that used to run track? And they got her for doping, supposedly. Marion Jones? Is that it? She was married to
Marion Jones.
Yeah, Marion Jones. You know what I'm saying? Because of, her working out and everything else, though, they accused her of doping. I think she was using the product, I think it's called Lasant or something like that, to help, increase estrogen and help her because of the exercising, her chest, like, so she took medication to help her, with her breasts and everything else. But of course, what happened? They hit it with doping from that. But it was already approved prior to that. It wasn't a problem.
I thought she got divorced over it because her husband.
Yeah, his thing was different.
No, he totally snitched on her. Yeah, I thought she was doing illegal. Because she admitted it. She came out and admitted that she was using illegal steroids.
Yeah, but I think the initial part stemmed from like it was something that she was embarrassed of. She was good. She was a great athlete. But because of the training and everything else, though, like women who are in certain sports, especially like that strenuous, their breasts will shrink.
Yeah.
So in this case, you know, she tried different options. And that was one of the things that came out, that, you know, she was taking a drug, Lasan or something like that. It was bigger at that time, whatever. And I'm not sure what happened after that though, but, you know, here's an athlete who is trying to be a man. The scripture tells us not to wear that which pertains to a man, right? And for a man not to wear that which pertains to a woman. I mean, the other article, you know what I'm saying, to bring out, talks about how the man is out there in a women's prison having sex with the inmates and getting them pregnant. I mean, I got to commit a crime. I commit a crime and I get surrounded by women for the rest of my life.
Lonely women.
Lonely women.
Women that had intimacy all the time.
He gonna find all sorts of women, you know what I'm saying? Because look, they gonna get them fake rides for a while, but they gonna need the real thing.
Oh, they don't get fake rides in prison, do they?
I mean, you know, they make shakes, right? They be in arts and crafts making whatever the heck they can. You know what I'm saying? But here's the issue that we have. The scripture, Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 7, it says, give unto the good and help not the sinner. We are constantly going out and finding ways to be progressive when it comes to women's rights. And this is one of those items. A woman, you know what I'm saying, Roe versus Wade. A woman's right to, you know, have abortion. A woman, you know what I'm saying, who is cutting into her flesh so that she can be more masculine. That she can have, you know, what isn't natural. It's not natural for a woman, you know what I'm saying, you know, to be all masculine, to have more testosterone. We understand in some of our cultures, of course, though, that there are certain medical conditions that we have where sisters may have a little bit of more testosterone. But that stems, you know what I'm saying, from the conditions of us being what? In hell. That stems, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, our diet. We won't eat the foods that we ought to eat. We go against what the scripture says and what the scripture tells us, of course. And we are out here fighting and protesting, and we have to stand together. If it was LeBron James, it's not LeBron James, but it's a woman trying to be a man. When she comes out of this, she'll probably want to be in the NBA. They'll probably try to push for her to be in the NBA. Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised. But we reward, you know what I'm saying, people who are taking actions to be unlawful according to the scriptures. What should come of us? What should happen of us? Here we are in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, where we fight to stop child abuse. We fight to stop child abuse in all forms. In all forms. And outside of here, you know what I'm saying, we are labeled, you know what I'm saying, as a hate group. Because we want our children protected. Because we want our women protected. We want our men protected. It doesn't stop, you know what I'm saying, with the women. It doesn't stop with the children. It goes to the men as well. We want all of our people to be protected. Because we have a target on our back. The other nations, they hate us. They desire, you know what I'm saying, our skills, our talents. But what do they hate? When we walk around, you know what I'm saying, with a fro, right? Our hair out, of course, our beards long. With our sisters, you know what I'm saying, they're having braids in their hair. They're not considered to be professional. In certain industries, hospitality management, if I'm correct, if your hair touches your collar, it's too long. You telling me that my sisters got to cut their hair? In the armed services, they'll tell women, you know what I'm saying, that they would have to cut their hair. It's too long. They'll tell the same thing, you know what I'm saying, to men as well. Why? We're being pushed and we're being forced and we're being forced to follow a custom that's not ours, to follow a belief that is not ours, that is not of us. We got to stop that. And we got to stop giving, you know what I'm saying, to those that are undeserving. We'll give our support. Like, brothers and sisters will go out here and you got to come out and vote. You need to get out and vote. Vote Democrat. You see what the school system like, but they're pushing for same-sex bathrooms in the school system. They're pushing for us to follow heathenistic customs in the school system. They're pushing these things on our children in the school system. They're telling us to forget about slavery. They're telling us that we cannot perpetuate and I don't want to say that we're perpetuating. They're saying that we're perpetuating hatred by teaching history, the actual history that occurred, where our brothers and sisters were massacred by the founding fathers. Because that's the truth. The truth is that Thanksgiving, the truth is that this land was owned by another nation of people. So we should not teach this. Why? Because it makes the founding fathers, the leaders of America, makes them look bad. It makes our sons and our daughters realize that we are not accepted. When we look at the news, how are we constantly perceived? We're thugs, we're criminals, we're gangsters. What about academics? What about scholars? What about inventors? What about, seeing us in the light where we have a positive impact on society? We glorify guns. We glorify drugs. We glorify unlawful sex. Man having sex with another man's woman. Woman having sex outside of her husband. And when I say outside of her husband, her boyfriend, her sneaky link, you know what I'm saying? However you want to put it. If the man that she is having sexual intercourse with, whether she is giving him a blowjob or allowing him to give her back shots or whatever else, if she's giving him hand jobs, it doesn't matter. whatever sexual activity is going on, she's kissing him. If she is doing that with another man or another woman, that's unlawful sex. We're glorifying these type of things throughout society. Two women at the same time. That's unlawful. And there's a reasons why we don't do these things. There's healthcare reasons for not taking such actions. But nonetheless, we give our money, we give our support, we give, everything to support these actions and this lifestyle. Because it feels good. Because we single for the night. Because what happens in Vegas, however many different catchphrases you want to say, YOLO, whatever catchphrase you want to say to justify your wickedness. This is what the scripture says. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 7. Actually, jump up to verse 6. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 6. For the Most High hateth sinners. The Most High hateth sinners. They'll tell you in the church, the Most High hates sin. But it also includes sinners. So if you are the one committing these unlawful acts, the Most High hates you. The Most High despises you. You cannot go into the church on Sunday and think that everything is going to be okay. That you're justified in whatever actions because the Lord knows your heart. We come up with many excuses and reasons for us to break the law. When Yahushua, who we mistakenly call Jesus Christ, when he died for us to be perfect, for us to live a life that is flawless. When the scripture says 7 times 7, but 70 times 7, it's telling us about forgiving our brother. But there's a point in which that it also comes to a stop. How so? So let's just say, I'm going to use Nick Cannon. Just for example. Nick Cannon, offends me. Right? I go to Nick Cannon, I say, yo, Nick, I'm offended. He goes, for what? You took my girl. Ah, man. Yo, Nick, you saw me and Shorty talking. We was vibing. Everything was cool. You just came, to smash because you saw me hollering at her. You knew that all the time. Nah, no, I don't. Nah, me and Shorty, we was all right. Forget about it. He goes, nah, I wasn't like that. Okay, cool. I forget it. A few months go by again. Different party, different scene. Me and Shorty vibing. Everything's going good. What happens? Nick comes through. What's up, T? Chilling. What happens again? Same thing. Yo, Nick, what's good, bro? What's up? Yo, you doing it again. And he'll flip it. Oh, your game not tight. Nah, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, everybody know who you is. You Nick Cannon. You got 8 baby mamas. 8. You come from money. Like, who wouldn't be enticed by that? You feel me? Like, you're going to take care of all your kids. But you just come in, you know what I'm saying, to smash just cuz. Nah, it's not like that, bro. All right, man, bet. Forgive him again. Nah, it happens a third time. Like, yo, Nick, come on, seriously, what's good, bro? You knew me and Shorty was talking. But you still came back and you did your Nick Cannon thing. That's a point where it's just like, I'd be dumb to think that he's going to do something different. He's not genuine. He doesn't mean it. That's no different than every time we go out here and say, I'm gonna hit this blunt one last time. I'm gonna smoke this joint one last time. Lord, you know my heart. You know what I'm saying, my mindset. I'm stressed out right now. I need this joint. Or you go and you rob another bank. Or you go and rob a corner store. You get away with it 2 times. You get away with it 3 times. And you take the money and you bring it to the church. At some point in time, you are going to have to answer for that. We are taking the Most High kindness and the grace for granted. So the Most High hateth not just the sin, but he also hateth the sinner. So we can't sit here and continue to carry around in sin. We can't walk around and break the law and expect nothing to come of it. A woman who is pregnant, but she still chooses to smoke cigarettes, weed, meth, crack, whatever. It's all unlawful. But now that she's pregnant, come on, man. Put that away. That child is living in your body. Your house is that home. That your body is that child's home. For the next 9 months, Lord alive. But yet, what will we do? We'll ignore that. We'll still smoke. We'll still drink. Why? Because it's pleasing to ourselves with no consideration for that child that's unborn, for that seed, that embryo. That's what the scripture says. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 6. But the Most High hateth sinners and will pay vengeance unto the ungodly. There is a cost that will have to be paid. It's a lot. There's a cost that have to be paid, right? So whether Whether every time, you know what I'm saying, that brother who offended me says, oh, Shalaki, but then goes and do it again, and does it again, at some point, he's going to do it. All right, look, you, hey, man, you're on your own, man. Why? Because he's proven himself to not be genuine. That brother, that sister, Lord, don't let me be pregnant. Well, sis, you've done the same action over and over, but what do you expect? A different result? Bro, you've done the same action over and over. What do you expect? A different result? There's high number of STDs, but you still out here one night stands. You still out here not taking the time to get to know who you are dealing with. And you lay down with some woman and you come up, you know what I'm saying, with AIDS. You come up with HIV. You come up with, you know what I'm saying, a STD that you cannot get rid of. Why? Because you were not genuine. Like part of the whole prison system is supposed to be what? To reform, right? You go, you know what I'm saying, and you get punished for a time period. Your freedom. You don't have the ability to make good choices. So we take that freedom away from you. That's how it's supposed to work. You participate in programs. You put on a regimen, you know what I'm saying, so that you can come back to society and be stellar. But the Most High, you know what I'm saying, there's something very similar. Hey, man, listen, this is going to be painful for you. I'm going to put you on child support. So Nick Cannon goes out and he sleeps with another one. He does it again. And guess what? They all put him on child support. Now they all got some of that Nick Cannon money. Matter of fact, who is it? Oh, yeah. Nah. I was just giving an example. Basically saying every time, you know, someone says, forgive me, but they go back and do the same thing. So every time, you know what I'm saying, I'm chilling, me and Nick, you know what I'm saying, we know each other. He comes and he takes my girl. He does it one time, he does it 2 times, he does it 3 times, and I say something to him about it each time. He obviously what? He's not genuine. So I should treat him as such. And that same thing, you know what I'm saying, goes to our actions. We go out here, you know what I'm saying, one night stands, having sex with whoever. Lord, don't let me have the STD. Let it be something simple. Chlamydia. Let it be something simple. Gonorrhea. Let it be something simple. A UTI. One of those times is going to be HIV. It's going to be HPV. It's going to be, you know what I'm saying, herpes. There's consequences, you know what I'm saying, to your actions. I forget the name of the basketball player. The brother that was married to was it Khloe Kardashian? Tristan Thompson. That's it, Tristan Thompson, right? So he got his trainer pregnant. Right. You know what I'm saying? The same day that Khloe, I guess, threw him a whole party. And now, you know what I'm saying, they coming at him about that. I'm going to retire next year. $75,000. You should just take it. $75,000. The child, you know what I'm saying, whose life I'm not going to be a part of. Right? Yeah. Obviously, he doesn't, you know, care. His actions show and prove it otherwise. He's just having sex, you know what I'm saying, just for the sake. Now, in this case, oh, she come for child support. How many other kids do we have? How many other women are going to come out for child support? but there are going to be consequences for our action. So it's just like with Brittany Griner, right? She had a domestic violence case. She beat the hell out of her wife at that time. They got divorced, and she left her with the baby. She left the other one with the baby. She doing a transgender thing and still wants to play in the WNBA. Shouldn't she be into something different? Should they have like a mixed league? Trans women, trans men? You can't play in the NBA. You can't play in the WNBA. It's sad that they now have to put in order to be the WNBA, you have to have the XY chromosome. Or in the NBA, you have to have the X. I mean, it's like if you want to play in the WNBA, you have the XX chromosome. Right. Lamar Odom was one of the husbands of Khloe Kardashian's. Just one. He was one of the husbands. Lamar Odom, you know what I'm saying, was found in the crack house, basically overdosing, you know what I'm saying, because of all the hell that he was going through with Khloe. But Tristan Thompson was also part of that as well, too. Right. You know, I barely even finished writing his name. Lamar Odom speaks out about Khloe Kardashian having baby number two with Tristan Thompson. What Lamar Odom really thinks about his ex-wife, Khloe Kardashian, expecting a second child with Tristan. So they're still married. Man. I believe the trainer is Marley Nichols. That's the one that he was trying to right. Yeah, Kanye West is going through it. Tiger Woods. Right. But this is part of, you know what I'm saying, the Most High not just hating the sin, but he also hates the sinner. You understand? The actions that we take, you know what I'm saying, the Most High, there's going to be vengeance to pay. Kanye West, you know what I'm saying, had one of the best albums for a rookie, as they say, right? He had a great College Dropout. College Dropout, you know what I'm saying, was a fantastic album. It honestly seemed like it was going to be a new era, you know what I'm saying, of rap music. Or hip hop, however you want to say it. But of course, look what happened. He did everything opposite of what he did in the songs. They said in the song. He left a sister, you know what I'm saying, so that he could get with a white girl. It talks about, you know what I'm saying, vengeance. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 6. The Most High hateth sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly. So you can walk around here singing Jesus Walks. You can have a chorus out here saying Jesus walks with me, but still be ungodly. I mean, have you paid attention to the Christian church? Have you paid attention to all the pedophilia that's been going on? The goddamn pastor was robbed of $1 million in jewelry. $1 million. And he will not repent for his lifestyle. He will not change his lifestyle. He's steadfast on continuing the lifestyle that he has. He justifies it. He justifies his lifestyle. Ain't that something? $1 million worth of jewelry. Let me ask you, how many homes are going without food right now? I mean, look, $1 million in jewelry. Y'all do the math. How many tiny homes could he potentially, purchase with $1 million? That's at 28. Okay. I think it's more than that. Definitely more than that. Yeah, roughly around 28. Nah, it's way more than that. Because a tiny home is like $35,000. I'm saying 10 times is only 350. So multiply that by 3. So it's at least 30. Yeah. Okay, 28. So 28 tiny homes. He can put 28 tiny homes in one community. He can literally shelter all these families with what he just had on his personal body. You know what he's going to do? He's going to do it again. He's going to go put more jewelry on and continue walking around like that. Wait, isn't the insurance claim going to pay it? Insurance claim. Ain't that something? So with an insurance claim like that, I mean, my premium might go up. Your premium might go up. So that wedding ring that you purchased, the premium might be a little higher right now. A month ago, it might have only been, $5. This month, that premium might be $35. Think about it. $5 versus $35. $30, multiply that by however many people, they got the money back, right? So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, like we have a responsibility, not, just to ourselves, but to those that are around us. Like the influence that Brittany Griner, that she has as a social media, with her social media presence, just like Kanye, right? Just like Tiger Woods, Lamar Odom, Tristan Thompson. I mean, they do have a responsibility. Whether they choose to step up to it or not, they still have that responsibility. It comes with the territory. And we will pay vengeance unto the ungodly and keep them against the mighty day of their punishment. Well, that punishment will come. That punishment will come. You can be Eddie Long. You could be James Cleveland. You could be Creflo Dollar, the Chidi Jakes, Al Sharpton. You think, you know what I'm saying, that day of judgment won't come? It doesn't, you don't have to see it immediately. I mean, I've heard of stories, you know what I'm saying, where brothers, you know, have walked, you know what I'm saying, away from, you know, laying down their swords in less than 30 days, not even 30 days, less than a week. You know what I'm saying? Less than a week. Crippled or put to death. Why? Because they wanted to go out and be wicked. They decided, you know what I'm saying, to give into their fleshly desires. They wanted to be vain, you know what I'm saying, like the pastor that's walking around with $1 million of jewelry around his neck, on his wrist. Oh, I got to show the people that prosperity can be. What? I would not be surprised if he showed up with a similar necklace, with a similar watch, with a similar bracelet. Verse 7, it says, give unto the good and help them not. It's like it help not the sinner. A friend cannot be known in prosperity. When everything is on the up and up, when everything is going good. You won't know, you know what I'm saying, if you really have a friend or not. I tell you right now, you know what I'm saying, I've been, you know, working with a brother, of course, though things haven't been the greatest or easiest. But you know what? Times is hard. Hey, don't worry about it. I got it. I got you. My brother was there. He offered, you know what I'm saying, what he had. Why? This is my brother. That's a friend. When you don't have, when you are going without. I don't have, you know what I'm saying, a car. I don't have a job. I don't have a place to stay. Oh, you listen, you can stay on my couch, man. Don't worry about it. Listen, I'll give you a ride. It's cool. Yeah, man, we got some food. Look, man, we'll go over to the, you know what I'm saying, we'll go to the, you know, Goodwill together. You don't gotta worry about going up in there by yourself. I'll go with you. That's brotherhood. You can put your pride to the side. You can put your pride away. And do what? Step up to the plate and do this work. Nah. You got the nice car. You got the fancy clothes. You got the jewelry. What happens? There you go. Let times get rough. Let you go, you know what I'm saying, a time period where you don't have. You'll see how true your friends are. You'll see which ones are really going to have your back, which ones are going to hold you down, which ones are willing to listen to you, which ones are going to tell you the truth. While things are going well, but when things don't go well, then what? Those are the questions to ask and wonder, to see where your friends are. It was crazy because as a child growing up, these are the type of stories, you know what I'm saying, that I would be told from my parents, those that was raising me. When I don't have, when everything's all good, Little did I know. This come out the Bible. This will come out the scriptures. That's some wisdom, ain't it? That's some knowledge and understanding. And an enemy cannot be hidden in adversary. An enemy. So when people are coming up against you, of course, though, you're put in the tight spaces. Who's going to turn their backs? Who's going to lie? Who's going to make up a story? So I was reading an article recently that was talking about the Central Park Five, and it was crazy though because it was like the so-called Central Park Five, the so-called. What is the Central Park Five? You know exactly who it is, the Central Park Five. And it's not so-called, it's the Central Park Five. Why? Because it was the five, you know what I'm saying, that was indicted, spending up to 13 years in prison. There was also a sixth. There's also a sixth as well. It's a lot. It's like, yeah, I'm not sure it right now though. I have to look it up. But it's crazy because you got people out here that's wishing best of luck to Brittany Griner. Best of luck to Brittany Griner. Crazy. They're wishing her well. They're wishing her, you know what I'm saying, a speedy return so that she can return to her wife. Which, of course, going back to the scriptures, unlawful. Verse 9, in prosperity of a man enemies will be grieved, but in his adversaries, even a friend will depart. So as we're flourishing, as we're doing well, your enemies are going to be sickened by it. They're going to be sorrowful, right? And when things go bad, those that you claim to be friends are gone. How many artists do we know have that same story, that same speech? Look at all, I'm saying, like, look at the life, I'm saying, of Earl Simmons, better known as DMX. All his friends, loved ones, those, you know what I'm saying, who claim to be, there for him. What happened? He's dead now. What was it, 50? 50? 49? That's a young age. I mean, he went from having like 7 homes or something like that to like having almost nothing. I think his estate was like negative $1 million. That's ridiculous. All the music that he made, everything that he produced, and put out there, all the movies. I mean, I don't know how many children he had, but he had a whole lot of children. Verse 10, never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. We out here trusting and believing that the court system will work for us. We're believing that the churches are going to be our way to a better life. We believe that there are politicians that are interceding on our behalf. But the truth of the matter is, they are working in their interests. They're working, you know what I'm saying, for their own benefit. And that's something, you know what I'm saying, that the law itself helps us to protect ourselves against. What I mean, what I'm saying. All right. In the church, they say things like, come as you are. Because the church is desperate, drug dealers, come on in. Homosexuals, come on in. We have a place for you. Now sing the song, bring all the tithes into the storehouse. Bring all the tithes into the storehouse. That there might be something to meet, whatever. I don't know. It's a song that they sing in a church. There is much that we need to do and we should do, of course, to protect ourselves. That's these laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. I mean, just with the basic of the 10 commandments, just with the 2 that Yahushua, who we mistakenly know as Jesus Christ, has told us, love the Most High with all thy heart. Love thy neighbor as thyself. And love thy brother as thyself. Those 2 items, good. So, how does the Most High look at the other nations? Look at the other nations, you know what I'm saying, as if they are spittle, as if they are nothing. That's how the Most High look at the other nations. He doesn't look at them as if, you know what I'm saying, that they are a great people. He doesn't look at them as if there's something special, something amazing, something, you know what I'm saying, to relish in. It's not what the Most High does. Most High look at the other nations like, so what? What about it? What did you say? I'm sorry. It seemed like your mouth was moving, but nothing was coming out. It's one of those, don't waste my breath. Ecclesiastes chapter 26. Ecclesiastes chapter 26, starting at verse 1. It says, blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife. The number of his days shall be doubled. A man that has a virtuous wife, his days will be doubled. Can anybody tell me what does that mean? What is a virtuous wife? And why would a man's why would his days double? This is Ecclesiastes chapter 26. Proverbs 31 is Proverbs 31, starting at verse 10, is in regards to a virtuous woman. God. So if we were to read Proverbs 31, verse 10, it says, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Rubies can only get you so much, but a virtuous woman can get you far more. There's something that's called intrinsic value. It's a value beyond. It's a deeper value there. The heart of her husband does safely trust in her. So whether he gives a task to do, he leaves his phone on the dresser at night, or he goes in the shower and his phone's there, he doesn't have to worry that she's going to pick up his phone and start scrolling through. He doesn't worry about, that, she's going to sabotage, his business dealings or anything of that nature. He doesn't have to worry that, as he's out of town, that she's going to be out, with his best friend or his brother, whoever. Doesn't worry about those things. He can trust in the finances that whatever social media that she has, it's appropriate. Whatever social, engagements that she goes to, he doesn't have to be like, every night I got to prove my love. Don't got to do none of that nonsense. I know y'all, some of y'all seen 5 Heartbeats, or is it Temptations? I'm not sure. I think it's definitely Heartbeats. 5 Heartbeats. That scene, Ducky was trying to holler at the girl, and he was like, "Oh, let's play Shy Guy." And we did it. His brother, you know what I'm saying, goes holler at the shorty. They start walking off. The next thing you know it, her man shows back, slams a drink on the table. Every night I got to fight to prove my love. You don't gotta have to worry about those type of situations. He doesn't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, her opening her mouth and causing shame to him in public. The way that she dresses. But it also goes a little deeper than that as well, too. Like if you drop down, you know what I'm saying, verse 14, she's like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar. So she does work. She brings to the household. So now he doesn't necessarily have to work as hard. It's bad enough, you know what I'm saying, that he has to protect the house, you know what I'm saying, from invaders and everything else, though. Like, if you look at the way society is today, the man is supposed to be the protector, right? He's supposed to be the divider. He is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, all these things. It's just like, whoa, wait, what point does he get a chance to do anything himself? I don't know. These are the mindsets, you know what I'm saying? These are things that are being pushed. The Roe versus Wade. Well, men should get their, you know what I'm saying, rods, you know, whatever, until they're able to finance it. Who's the ones making the money right now? It's not the black men. We not. But she will bring, you know what I'm saying, that house peace. She will not stress him out. It won't be stressful where he looks elsewhere for peace, where he looks elsewhere for comfort. At the bottom of a drink, every night he's drinking. Why? Because he's stressed the hell out. He goes into a job where he's underpaid, right? Where his degree, you know what I'm saying, don't match the skill of work that he's doing. And then come home to a woman that's just that's stress. Stress is the #1 killer, isn't it? It's one of the top, it's definitely top 5, if not top 3. Shout out to Daniel Allen. Top 3. Oh, speaking of which, sidebar. Let's not forget New York City Cookout. That is going to be August 26th through the 28th. It's hotels. We'll make sure that we get that link for you, of course. In addition to that link, it's going to be the cookout on the 27th, or no, 28th, that Sunday. It's going to be the camp. There's going to be a boat ride. There's a link for that too. It's like $45. There's all different events. I believe they got a club or something like that they're working on as well too. I hear conversations about, you know, those of you who know how to play chess, bring your A game. All right? Bring your A game. Play some chess. All right? And of course, you know, food. As usual, food. So 26th through the 28th, Harlem, New York. Make sure y'all go to the GoFundMe, support, help, you know what I'm saying, get the funds that we need so that we can have a glorious time. If you made it, you know what I'm saying, to the Midwest Cookout, you saw how was that, you saw what that was like. Now, you know what I'm saying, bring yourself over to the East Coast, see that brotherhood, of course. All right? We got transportation, hotel, you know what I'm saying, like, There's several arrangements that have been made. So a virtuous woman, you know what I'm saying, is definitely someone that's going to be fruitful to the house, to her husband, right? As it was saying in these precepts where it says, she's like a merchant ships that bringeth her food from afar. Verse 15, she rises also while it is yet night. 3 o'clock in the morning, like depending on where you at, you know, so I see the sunrise 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, man, it's bright at 4 o'clock in the morning. I want to go back to sleep. But you know what I'm saying? When I be on my exercise joint, you know what I'm saying? I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning, like, man, let's go. And mad that I gotta wait until 9 o'clock in the morning to go to work. It's crazy, right? I'm up at 3 a.m. and I gotta wait 6 more hours just to go to work. That's crazy. So she wakes up early. She starts to linen, doing the laundry, that's linen, right? She prepares food and breakfast. She prepared lunch. Last week it was 112 degrees in some places, some areas. A sister that's smart is not waiting to go into a kitchen when it's 112 degrees and try to cook some food. That's not what's happening. She's going to get up early. She's not going to be like, oh man, I just got in from the club. Even if that's the case, she's still going to do what? Her due diligence, her duty. She rises also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens, to those that help her. She considered a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands, she planted a vineyard. Yo, this sister is absolutely amazing. She's making choices and decisions, you know what I'm saying, that will bring up what? The value of that house. That will bring them more money. That will allow them to have time off. To explore, you know what I'm saying, the luxury is his life. Ecclesiastes chapter 26. It says, blessed is the man that has a virtuous wife, for the day shall a woman rejoice. Right? She gives praise to her husband. She makes sure, you know what I'm saying, oh, honey, I know, you know what I'm saying, you out here working hard, you know what I'm saying, and these devils out here, they don't appreciate you. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I cooked your dinner. I got your dinner already. You know what? Take it easy. I got you a nice cold beer. I know, you know what I'm saying, I know you like, you know what I'm saying, Sam Adams, so I got you some Sam Adams. Just come on and sit down. I'm going to rub your feet. This is what a virtuous woman is doing to her husband. Now, when she asks him for something, I'm pretty sure he's going to like, go ahead, you got it. She's going to give him the strength to stand up and keep fighting, to go back out there, you know what I'm saying, and stay focused. She's going to give him that That's going to make him want to be there every night. A virtuous woman rejoices her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. He's not coming home to argue about nonsense. Well, when we going to go, you know what I'm saying, on a trip? Well, why haven't we done this? Well, you need to make more money. I need you to become, you know what I'm saying, rich so I can take time to myself. That's not the type of woman that she is. That's not what he has to deal with. A virtuous woman, because I can't stand how these Christians out here, oh, I'm a virtuous woman. I have all these skills. You have what skills, what talents? You got a cute face, so what? How about you do some work? Put in the time, put in the effort. Verse 3, a good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in portion of them that fear the Lord. Verse 4, whether a man be rich or poor. We read Proverbs 31, right? It don't matter if he's rich or poor. A virtuous woman, you know what I'm saying, will bring much to the house of lie. I just said lie. Will bring much to that household. That's what a virtuous woman is going to do, regardless. If he have a good heart towards the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. He's going to be glad, you know what I'm saying, that this is my woman. I got a good woman. I got a good wife. You understand? Unlike what we read down here in verse 26. It's like it. Verse 24. Oh, it's like it. Verse 23. Jump up to verse 23. Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. Like I believe you were saying something about Kanye, Tiger Woods. I believe you mentioned something about Lamar Odom. They all got a good portion for their wickedness, right? They laid down with heathens as they should have never have done. So the portion that they got was what? Hell. It was torture, torment. Another man tattooing the initials of his woman and children on his body. Ain't that something? That's nonsense. That is absolutely nonsense. Listen, Lord be with Kanye. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't even gonna, get into whatever, because I'll be accusing. I.S.U.P.K told Kanye, nah. Now Kanye knows what it feels like because he did exactly what he said other brothers would do. He left that sister for a white girl. And this is what it's like. This is what it feels like. It doesn't feel good, does it? It doesn't feel pleasing, does it? Can you imagine what that sister felt? Because he left her. For the money, for the music, for a white girl, for a heathen. Disrespectful. So now he has to suffer with his 4 children. Oh, child. I don't know. I think it's 3 or 4. Yeah, it's 4. She had 2, and the other 2 was surrogates. 4. 4 children in the face of another man. And that man has no problem putting it on social media. He's posting it on social media. He's posting that tattoo. I think it's KNCSW or something like that. Posting it all on social media. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. So you have to ask yourself, Akim, what type of woman do you have? What type of man are you? And what do you need to do about it? Are you adhering to the law of the Most High? Are you following these statutes, commandments as the Most High commands? Or are you like these other religious leaders, these politicians who will sell your own brothers and sisters out for what? Vain glory. For that trophy wife. For the one that everybody else say lust is over. Verse 24, a dishonest woman contendeth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. A woman who is a dishonest woman, will bring about shame to her husband. A dishonest woman will be out here doing all sorts of actions that will make her husband do this in public. He don't want to be known or associated with her. He won't bring her around the family. She won't meet any of the family. Why? You bring her around your mama? That's the question that the old folks would ask. If you ain't gonna bring her around your mama or your daddy, it's man, it's just look. I got some folks from the South, man. It's different. I'm bringing you around my folks in the South, man. Especially, I'm saying, Grandpa Jim, man. Oh, he don't hold nothing. He tell you straight up. I'm gonna put that video out there too. Oh yeah. Charles Barkley. Yeah, we know Charles Barkley. O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson just got caught up with that again, man. That's crazy. You saw him in the club trying to hug up, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Stop playing yourself. It says, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. She will make sure that she does everything, you know what I'm saying, to bring honor, respect, so that people will look at him like in high regard. That's what an honest woman would do. I'm a good husband. She won't secretly hate him. She will do everything, you know what I'm saying, so that his name soars above all others in a positive manner, in a positive light. You understand? What do you have to do, my brother, so that you have a virtuous woman? You have to be honest. Be honest with yourself. Like, seriously, be honest about your actions, about how you conduct yourselves when you are alone, when there's no one else around. Are you out here, you know what I'm saying, like, what's the brother name is? Tristan Thomas, trying to have sex, you know what I'm saying, with your trainer? That's some hell, ain't it? He's married to Khloe Kardashian. I was just like, hey, somebody else wanted to listen. Look, isn't Khloe supposed to be like the ugly one of the bunch? Like, I'm sorry. I mean, I believe her face looked like the bottom, you know what I'm saying, of the potato after, you know what I'm saying, it was used, you know what I'm saying, for target practice. Look, money may have went and paid for all those other alterations, though, but damn. Listen, if that's what he's like, that's what he like. But nonetheless, yeah, Chloe was not, she wasn't the good one. I mean, seriously. And Super Ho Kim, God, what did she try to do? She tried to put, did you see that post? Where I think she tried to put what's the Super Ho white lady? Starts with an M. Marilyn Monroe. Is that it? Marilyn Monroe? She tried to put on her dress. And it broke. With all that butt injections and everything else, it ain't fit. It looked absolutely disgusting. They put that thing on and she walked around. Like, are you serious? Nah. What happened to Kanye's workout plan?
She took her hair too. So like,
Oh, she took the hair too?
they gave her hair. Marilyn Monroe's hair.
Wow. That I didn't.
She said she wants to see the witches. To a trance.
Seriously.
Take on the spirit of Marilyn Monroe.
I mean, that's her people anyway, stuff. So she already knows. She got it. She good. You know what I'm saying? You know, the sad part is that we will look at her as like, yeah, she got Kanye. But she loved Kanye. She gave Kanye up. I mean, college dropout Kanye, you know what I'm saying? That's Kanye. Jesus Walks Kanye, that's Kanye. Now he's coming back with people think I'm crazy. You know, just give it up. Just give it up. Just settle down. Sit down somewhere. He's like Lil Wayne. Like I'm glad I don't hear Lil Wayne as often as I used to. There was a point where his music was like, all right, it's changed, it's evolved, whatever. Verse 26. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. A woman, you know what I'm saying, who doesn't honor her husband, she'll talk about him, you know what I'm saying, or she'll bring hell for him. A woman that does not honor her husband will bring out about hell for her husband. That wasn't a very wise thing to do. It wasn't a very smart thing to do. But in her mind, in her opinion, she's wise. Like, here's where, you know what I'm saying, this whole feminist movement and march and everything else, though, it's like the cunningness of women has gone away. The craftiness of women have gone away. The resourcefulness of women have gone away. Yeah, I mean, I've seen women, you know what I'm saying, back in the day that will help elevate a brother to, you know what I'm saying, higher heights. So that whatever, let's look at Michael King. You know what I'm saying? Good old Michael King. Martin Luther King, MLK Jr. You think he got there on his own? You don't think that his wife had some influence behind that? You don't think that she called a couple of her sorority sisters or whoever's and said, oh, my husband's trying to do this?
Even if you want to just speak of it, not to that depth. I mean, there's nothing wrong with what you're saying. I'm just saying to that depth. General Mahania, I was just saying this today, like a couple of hours ago. o'clock, I was just talking about it. General Hyman was saying a lot of you sisters couldn't be married to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I couldn't do that. You think like, oh, he's such a great man, and yeah, that's so wonderful. You couldn't do that. It's just like, and the reason why I got on that topic was because I was like, do you think Martin Luther King knew when the water bill was due? He never knew when the water bill was due.
But this is that
His
equality.
sister thinks that Martin Luther King did. Yeah. Like you said, his sisters wasn't on it like that. It wasn't right. White supremacy didn't destroy us like that. We were segregated from them, and we had our own mindset and our women. So what you're saying is, Coretta Scott probably just took care of the house. Like, yeah, this man, I'm not saying that he did, but I'm just saying what they believe in. This man is changing society, changing the world. Yeah. So I'm just thinking of the common brother, the black man, especially a black man in the I.S.U.P.K. It's like, why does he have to know when the bill is? Go ahead. It's like, you don't even have to worry about stuff like that. But you ask a lot of sisters, and it'll be like, why don't he know when the bill is due? He should know. You know what I'm saying? He should know that. Because they believe in equality. Not like how the Bible says it, but how the white feminists say it.
Okay. That equality, you know what I'm saying, is what has been dividing us. Well, a woman should have the right to do this. God damn. So let me think about it for a second. I mean, a woman's having a difficult time, you know what I'm saying? She's pregnant, right? A woman's pregnant, of course, though. Now she got to put the whole campaign on hold. She got to stop, you know what I'm saying, the work just because she's pregnant. Or she has to risk the life of the baby and that child, all because what? She's trying to lead some movement. I mean, that's significant. You know what I'm saying? That's highly, is extremely important for us to understand that the type of women that this Bible is talking about, who is virtuous, who has honor, they endure a lot. They go through a lot. In spite of, like, a shot of Shakur, man. No, Slakia. Sherazada, Shakur. Slakia, forget Slakia. Sherazade Ali. Like, the information that she brought out is, sisters would look at her as just like, you crazy. I would never do that. I would never belittle myself. That sister was bringing out some very heavy points about how, you know what I'm saying, we respect one another, how we should, you know, care for each other. That's, you know what I'm saying, what that sister was doing. And those of us today, you know what I'm saying, will I'm deeply offended for what? Because she's showing that she's virtuous. She's showing, you know what I'm saying, that she knows how to hold her peace. She's showing that she knows how to be a help and not a hindrance. it should be, I mean, like, social media has got us all discombobulated and disconnected from how we should, what we should be. Like, I don't listen. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll tell you straight up. Technology is cool and all, but I can give a less about it. I care less. Why? Because I don't need to have my phone in my hand all day. Hey boys, let's go outside and play catch. Can't play catch? Why? Because I got my phone in my hand? Can't spend an hour or two, you know what I'm saying, to play with the kids? Can't go to the park and play basketball? Why? Because my phone is attached to my hand. Oh, my watch on my wrist is going off every news update, Twitter post, Facebook notification. Disconnect from the goddamn, you know what I'm saying, technology for a second. I gotta be something great. Be something great in your household. But like Kat was saying, the simple fact is that whether, listen, the water, you know what I'm saying, to my red man, she be out here, you know what I'm saying, she be doing the work. She be doing the work. You understand? Despite whatever other things that I'm working on and that I'm pushing and striving towards, of course, though. You understand? Like, she be out here making sure, like, oh, hey, sis, make sure y'all check this out. Make sure y'all watch this. Support the school. You understand? Like, grab some tissue to get that up. And that's something, you know what I'm saying, that needs to be acknowledged. That's something that other sisters need to be able to know how to do. And there's nothing that's shameful about it whatsoever. There are people that will attempt to shame, you know what I'm saying, her decision to what? To be virtuous, to be righteous, to be honorable, to have some type of integrity. God damn. So what if I don't know when the mortgage is due? So what, you know what I'm saying, if I don't know when the taxes need to be paid? Oh, it's all over here in this book, written down. The third Friday of the month, cell phones due, $45. That said $45. They said, Thawa, where you at? In 1995? $45 for cell phone. Point that I'm making, I don't even think cell phones were really around back in like that time. But the point that I'm saying and I'm making right now just stems from the fact is that the sister don't gotta be so glued to technology. I don't gotta be so glued to technology where everything is on my phone. Every password I got on my phone. Every note, everything I got on my phone. You know what? Some stuff may be on my phone. But she may have enough sense to know, listen, my woman ain't gonna do this though, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it in this notebook and I'm gonna set it right over here because I know that he always go over there. I know he looks for that all the time. He likes to play his video games. So I'm gonna take this notepad that got all this stuff and a grocery list. I'm gonna put it right next to the PlayStation. I'm gonna put it next to the Xbox. I'm gonna put it over here. You know what I'm saying? Because she's showing that she's virtuous. She's wise enough to know, like, I ain't gonna nag him about it. I'm gonna just set this right over here. And he gonna pick it up. And he gonna look at it. Like, you see how simple that is? You see how unconfrontational that is? So simple. but yet so effective. When was the last time, I'm saying, you wrote a thank you to your husband? Tell me I'm lying. All I hear is I need my nails done. I need my feet done. I need my hair done. Right? That's all I hear, from women nowadays. I need to be taken care of. Well, goddamn. I don't deserve just a thank you card. Black man, I know how hard it is, that you work. Like, these are the type of actions that is beneath our sisters nowadays. Like, where did we go wrong? When did we stop, having these values of ourselves? When did we start holding ourselves to a lower standard? So even in the sense that Coretta, may have reached out to her friends, her connections, so that Martin Luther King can do what he needed to do. Well, guess what? She was the woman behind the man. I can't say that for sisters nowadays. If y'all see Thou Woman, in Chicago, it's not because it's just Thou Woman. My Red was a part of that. Oh, y'all saw us down in Florida? Yep. Y'all saw us over in Houston? Yep. Hey, man, figure out the plane. Go ahead and figure out the tickets and arrangements. Go ahead and do it. You got it. All right, we're going to fly out, from Philadelphia. We drive from Syracuse, spend a couple of days over in Philly. We flying out from Philly. They're going to see us in Philly. They're going to see us over in New York City. They're going to see us in Florida. They might in Puerto Rico. Why? Because she's doing what she needs to do. That's something, that we need to still have. Yeah, you don't want to talk about an equal effort. Sure. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. But she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. A harlot will come to your job and cause all types of chaos. You know that. An unwise woman will come to your job and cause you to miss out on that promotion because she was emotional. Well, babe, I have girl. You in the process of going from making $10,000 a year to the process of making $90,000 a year, and she show up to your boss and making some inflammatory mark. Oh, he beat me. Wait, what? Now you miss out on that promotion where you was going from $35,000 or $60,000 a year to almost six figures. All because she was feeling some kind of emotion. An unwise and an ungodly woman will tear down her house. She will not build it up. She will not, be there as a support. She will not use the resources that she has available to help out. You understand? She'll destroy whatever you're working on. Instead of being a support. Instead of saying, all right, honey, listen, I got a little bit of something put off to the side. I got a little something put away. Here, you take. I know that you're working on whatever. And I want to do my part. So this is how I can support you. This is how I can chip in. Now, sisters, I'm not telling you to go do that. Get counsel, whatever you need. I'm not telling sisters to do that. You know, get counsel. They're saying if you need it. And husbands, I'm not telling you, you know what I'm saying, go tell your wife, yeah, whatever. I'm not saying that either. Go ahead and get counsel on that. All right? Because there are some brothers that is just absolutely horrible with money. There are some brothers, you know what I'm saying, who will spend every single dime and have nothing to show up. So make sure, you know what I'm saying, you be that wise. You know what I'm saying? The wise. Not the one, you know what I'm saying, who's unwise. And then come back and say, well, thy woman said, thy woman ain't saying nothing other than be wise and be supportive. You understand? So that's where we are. It's like it. So with that, let's not forget once again that we are going to have the cookout. The cookout is going to be in Harlem, New York. Right? The cookout is going to be in New York. Marcus Garvey Park. The 26th to the 28th. Make sure y'all donate. Make sure y'all donate. All right? So check that out. It's a lot. Proverbs chapter 14. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. It says, every wise woman buildeth her house. A wise woman buildeth her house. But a foolish woman bucket it down with her hand. Instead of putting her hand to the benefit of the house, she'll tear it down with her own two hands. She would destroy your reputation, right? Listen, this cat was telling me, he goes, like this is what he said. He goes, you remember those earrings? Like this is years after him and his lady done broke up. They had the same friends on social media and everything. They had been together for maybe about 10 years. So one day she comes home and there's a set of earrings that was on a sink. She comes home one time and she's like, "Who earrings are these?" She's spazzing out. She goes on Facebook, does a Facebook post, tells all the friends everything wrong, how horrible all this stuff was, only to find out that same day, that the earrings was her sister's, but she forgot that her sister came over. Her sister said something to her about it, but because of her pride, she had already went out and set flames. His boss, his mom, his sister, all the people she done already done bad mouth him and trashed him. So instead of correcting the issue, accepting that she was wrong, she left it out there. A foolish woman would tear down her house because she is quick to anger. A foolish woman would think, you know what I'm saying, that she has the ability to judge others and not be judged. And she will have a tantrum like a child. And of course, you know what I'm saying, everybody wants to be in Proverbs 31. With that, pass class over to priest and Captain Zania. Clap it up.
Security announcements. I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We got the I.S.U.P.K. started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the leadership of Commanding General YAHANNA. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shut themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and the sister will get permission from the head to marry. Times, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3:8-10 means 10th in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation is in September. Okay, it's the Memorial of Trumpets. Memorial of Trumpets is coming up in September, a couple months. Like the brother was announcing, it's not a high holy day. However, you know, we have our cookouts. Okay, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are invited. These cookouts are very strong and important for us to get together, right? But also to restore our brotherhood, our love for each other and for our people. It's going to be and Marcus Garden Park in Harlem. The cookout is the 27th, so like the 28th is the cookout. Cookout is the 28th, all right? A lot of brothers are going to go down and be in New York City on the Friday before, because General Hyman is going to teach the scripture breakdown class Friday night, okay? It's usually on Thursday night, but it will be on Friday night out of Harlem, New York City, okay? Or out of New York City. It's going to be at the hotel that's in the link. And then there's going to be a yacht party on the Saturday after camp. I have a big camp down there, Most High in Christ. And then that Sunday, we'll go ahead and rock it out and have the cookout. Marcus Garvey Park. Okay? I think that's where it's been. Not this past one, but it was there, the first cookout, and a number of cookouts was at Marcus Garvey Park. All right? All right? Aquafium. You can check the bulletin board in the back. Okay, it has the calendar on it for any updated information. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Black boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. Okay, with that, Men of Israel, I.M.A.J.U. Your salute. First to the Akim, to the brothers. Men of Israel. I.M.A.J.U. Shabbat. I.M.A.J.U. Barak. YAHANNA. YAHANNA. Okay. So what's up? I'm selecting. Sorry, I'm going to turn and face the sisters. This time, we don't have any sisters physically in the class, but this salute is to the sisters. Okay. Men of Israel. I.M.A.J.U. I.M.A.J.U. Shabbat. I.M.A.J.U. Barak. Yahweh Shema Alatha Hashem Yahushua. Then the sisters would respond with the salute. Okay, that's my time. Class dismissed. Is that going on? I thought she was dead. Yeah. I thought she was dead. Yeah. Mama was talking to me about that today. Are we still live?
Okay. Yeah, it's like it.
I'm like, how come everybody's talking about it? No, I thought she was dead. It's like
Link for the hotel.
the water. If you could, put that on the post-it for the time being. So that way we just transfer it over from the post-it and Leviticus. Papers.
Yes.
All right, that link for the cookout.
You need this one?
Cookout. All right.
this week.